Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the All-Star Wrestling Review for the 15th of September, 1979. We continue our foray through this. We should have most of 1979, if not all of 1979, up within the next couple days, moving into 1980, and I'm actually watching 81 sporadically in between clients for work and other fun things. So should have that up in the coming weeks as well. But Greg Valentine against Fred Marazzo, 242, is the way we kick off this particular edition of the program. And Valentine has been here since late in 78, early in 79. Of course, the angle with Chief J. Strongbow, his main bad deed so far, so to speak, and he continues to be a major force. The Grand Wizard, still his manager. Grand Wizard trying to get the most out of Valentine from a talking standpoint because Valentine's never been a really eloquent talker. Ties up and gets him into the ropes, hammerlock, takedown, and then, kind of a wedgie suplex followed by a double grapevine of the legs, tosses the man to the outside, brings him back into the ring, and gets the submission after, or the pinfall after a couple of elbow drops and the like. And then we go to another contest. This time we are in the midst of a match with Ivan Foskey and Tito Santana defeating Gypsy Rodriguez and Jose Estrada, 7:35. When Santana pins Rodriguez, now the team of Foskey and Santana becomes important because they do eventually become tag team champions in the weeks and months to come here. Foskey's sent into the corner of the heels for a good bit of time here. Couple of double noggin knockers, and Foskey tries to use power to keep things going in his general direction. Also, reverse chin locks and other basic maneuvers. Again, the cutoff, this time after a tag on Santana. Santana getting beat up by both heels as well. So, getting 7 minutes out of the match is pretty simple because they put a lot of heat on relatively unknown heels. Of course, the knowing that in months you're going to put the tag straps on Foskey and Santana, probably why you want to get them some ring time, but at the same time seems kind of odd, especially since Santana primarily, and actually Foskey to that matter too, had been working on shorter matches, 2 to 5 minute range over enhancement talents over the last little while. Chin locks by the heels, and eventually, like as mentioned, Santana getting the victory over Rodriguez, and the fans are satisfied with that. Talk about, interview with Vince McMahon in his banana-colored jacket here. Foskey endorses Santana as the best possible partner he could have, and the endorsing of partnerhood and partnership is reciprocal. We move into the idea that they will eventually become tag team champions, or at least the teaser is put out months before it's actually ready. Then we go into our next contest, which happens to be the tag team champions, John and the next in the run is not tag team champions. I believe that's the following week. Dominic DeNucci and Jimmy Valiant fight to a 10-minute time limit draw. Interesting that DeNucci, who just passed, gets 10 minutes out of Jimmy Valiant. Valiant really spending a good bit of time on the outside of the ring, with John and Jerry being the majority of the team taking action, unless they have six-man matches through 79. Shots by Jimmy Valiant and, Dominic DeNucci. Lots of brawling, lots of basic comeback. DeNucci very rarely leaves his feet during the early stages of this match. He has the power, punches, kicks, chokes, and every use of the ropes he possibly can get by Valiant. Valiant willing to cheat at every given opportunity, and then hits kind of the run around, go around with things like nerve holds and the like, continually trying to get advantages wherever and whenever he can. Basic stuff, not exactly exciting, but getting what he wants out of every bit of deal there. Then we see, you know, Valiant kind of fighting back, both guys coming back to a vertical base, and eventually the time limit draw. We move to the next in the series of matches, this being presented by Freddie Blassie, as he is presenting the Swede Hansen against Joe Mascara. Pile driver 438 by Hansen. Hansen really hasn't found a main feud yet. I think probably brought in for a series of matches, a couple of matches, one-offs with Bob Backlund, wearing the Confederate flag kind of over his shoulders, showing kind of a disrespectful nature, is Hansen. Hansen, of course, trying to do the big burly brawler thing, almost like a Wyndham, Bob Wyndham might, or something like Bobby Duncombe, dropping the knee on his opponent and kind of pulling him up wherever he can. Very one-sided match in the squash, as it were, and eventually getting the pile driver. After some chokes, punches, and kicks, basic stuff, the pile driver still a devastating hold, and the lime green boots of Swede Hansen certainly not to the liking of the fans or anybody for that matter. Then we move to the final match on the program here. Ted Dibiase against Moose Monroe. Submission to an abdominal stretch in 245. Dibiase, of course, your former world North American champion, of course, losing that to Pat Patterson. Monroe tries to jump him from behind very early, including but not limited to throwing him to the outside of the ring. Dibiase does come back in, uses more of an armbar and submission style, eventually hooking in the abdominal stretch and gaining the victory for his trouble. And we close with that. On that note, we'll be back with more right after this.